Hello and welcome to my new tutorial. I am trying a brand new method here, one that I've never seen done before and one that I've never tried. It might exist, I don't know. If it doesn't exist, then I would like to call this the double Inception ring pour. Now in this one, I'm going to be doing two of them. So two ring pours, and they're going to be Inception ring pours. I've never seen an Inception ring pour done before, so that's what I'm calling it. You can see here that I'm starting to put out my paints. For the colors, I'm going to be using green, orange, blue, pink, yellow, and purple. Now I'm starting to mix some pouring medium into my colors. I'm just going hard and fast here. I want to get all my stuff, all my colors about the same consistency, same amount. I'm going to need a lot. And now I'm going to start mixing them. I'm going to mix the first one just to show you kind of, what I'm doing. And then I'm going to cut the rest of the mixing out because it takes forever. There's so many colors. Alright, so I got all my colors mixed. I went ahead and put them in some bigger condiment cups because those were just not allowing me to mix them properly. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up this little mess I made from the green. And now I'm going to take my white and I'm going to cover up this base painting that I did. I'm pouring over this because this was a failed experiment. I'm saving a little bit of that white so I can put it into the ring pour cup that I'm doing, or cups I should say. I'm going to spread this out nice and even. I'm not really looking for a lot of paint on the canvas. I'm just looking for something that's one, going to cover that back painting up, and two, just provide a little bit of fluidness to the canvas. So that way it's not, meeting a lot of resistance when I put those cups on there. Now the fun starts. I'm taking two of the condiment cups, the smaller ones, and I'm placing them on different parts of the canvas. And you will see why in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and start making my first ring pour color. Trying to decide what I want to do here. I had the colors all perfectly separated, but when I had the shot glass issue, they kind of got mixed around. So I'm going to do green first. I'm going to pour all that green in there. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white. Now, usually with my ring pours, I like to stay layered, and I'll stick to the edge of the cup. But in this one, I decided to do a little bit more of a messy pour. I wasn't too concerned with layering the colors. As you'll see with my yellow, it goes all down in the green. And normally what I'll do is I'll pour in the edge of the cup, but this time I didn't. Because I was experimenting, I wasn't worried too much about being perfect. I just wanted to see what the effect would look like. So I'm putting a little bit more white. I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to pour all my blue. Now, the blue layered on top because it was a lot thicker than the other colors, which is fine. And then now I'm going to take a little bit more white, layer that on top. All right, first color, our first ring pour color cup done. Second ring pour color cup. Purple. All the purples. A little bit of white. All the pink. Moving my orange a little bit closer. Now I got my white I've layered in. Now I'm going all in with the orange. And then I'll top it off with just a little bit of white. I had the perfect amount of white saved over. All right, so now 2 cups in hand. And then what I'm going to do is start pouring, doing my ring pour on top of the condiment cups. The open part is facing down on the canvas. So those ring pours are just going to fall off the edge of that cup and hopefully continue their pattern down the sides, which they do very, very beautifully. Now, I am not ambidextrous, so you'll see the pink, orange, purple cup going a lot crazier than the other one because I am right hand dominant. But for the most part, I think I did okay. Now save a little bit of those colors, right? Save a little bit in your cup. Don't pour all of it out. And I'm going to sit there and let that magic work for a minute. Let those rings start to form. I'm not going to move it too much. You see how the paint is starting to flow out on the sides of the cups? That's what you want. You want the paint to flow down and start forming those beautiful rings. Now here in about 2 seconds, you're going to get a very lovely shot of the back of my head. What I'm doing is blowing on the bottoms of those cups and making that paint move a little bit faster. You'll notice here when I blow a little bit hard, you'll see the paint start to fall off the top of that cup. Perfect. And now you're getting a little bit more movement from the rings. Okay, now with one hand, I'm going to remove the cup and very quickly take the other color and start pouring inside of it. Doing another ring pour inside of the ring pour that I've already done, but I'm doing it with my different color. Now I am not, like I said, left-handed. I am right-hand dominant, so it was really hard making a beautiful ring pour with my left hand. You can see my left hand does not want to go in a beautiful circle. It's making some kind of weird angular movement. I don't know what it's doing, but it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. But it turned out okay. I think it turned out all right. It looks like a nice little ring pour. All right, second ring pour. Pull that cup off. Start pouring. Now this one turned out a little bit better because I am right hand dominant. And I did exactly what I always say not to do in your ring pours. I was not mindful of the drippage from my cup when I started to move it, and bloop, right on my freaking edge there, got a nice little green dot. But that will go away once I start moving it around. So now just start moving your ring pour. So you have two little beautiful paint hurricanes sliding around on your canvas. Now, I was so excited at this point that it was turning out that I let things get a little out of control. And they get out of control in 3, 2, 1. Notice how fast that paint is moving off the left side, and I don't stop it, so I'm stretching it out. I really want to hit that left corner. Should have just stopped, but I didn't. I could have kept some really nice rings, but this is an experiment, so all in the name of science. At this point, I am loving, loving, loving how it is turning out. Making sure I'm getting my little edges up there. I saw someone palm it. Yeah, don't do that. It smears the paint everywhere. Maybe I palmed it wrong. Who knows? But at this point, I'm just moving it around, making sure that my edges are covered, making sure that the design is where I want it to be. At this point, the paint really wasn't moving all that much on the top. It was moving a lot on the bottom. And done. I am completely satisfied. I'm just going to go ahead and touch up a couple of my corners here. But I am absolutely loving this double ring pour. I can see how creative you can get with this, how many colors you can layer, like what can you do with this? So my challenge to you is try to do a double Inception ring pour. Almost forgot what I called it. Try to do a double Inception ring pour and then tag me in your creation on Instagram. I'd love to see what you create. I bet there are some really super cool color combinations that could be achieved from this method. All right, so I'm going to take my gloves off real quick and I'm going to get you guys in on a really close-up zoom in shot so you can see the rings and all the beautiful little layers. Sometimes I feel like it gets lost at this far away. So you're going to get a finger shot here in a second. Boom, finger shot and zoom in. Beautiful definition, beautiful separation, and the colors look so amazing next to each other. That's it for this tutorial. I really hope that you've enjoyed this. I love experimenting with different methods. If you feel like you want to give this a shot, tag me on Instagram at Poorly Done Art, and I would love to see your creation. Thank you for watching. Bye.